Hello, welcome back to Passionate World Talk Radio Network, a wholly owned subsidiary of Global Media Network LLC. Educate, enlighten, entertain. And let's not forget mindfulness. Today's tip has to do with car maintenance tips for the summer 12 tips to beat the heat. And it was written by Susan Meyer for the Zebra on March 15th, 2024. So, like extreme cold, extreme heat, it's not really good for your car. Whether you're planning a road trip or you go to a drive in, something can always happen, like getting a flat tire on a major expressway, or your car won't start and the rain is pouring down. You should know that one needs to take precautions for extreme heat, because if you don't, you'll pay the piper. You need to make sure and be prepared for anything that may or may not happen to your car. For example, the Car Shields commercials are wonderful, but it's for common things that don't require $10,000, $15,000 worth of need to be ready for whatever that happens. I'm going to provide you with 12 must-know tips in order to make sure your car is ready to run and move forward during the summer. Number one is test your AC. I know you believe that when you turn your car on and you put it on AC, it's going to work instantaneously. Well, sometimes it doesn't. So you need to be prepared. You want to make sure that it works, so when it hits that 94-degree day with a 93 humidity, you don't sweat to death on very hot car seats, which are quite uncomfortable if you're wearing shorts, short skirts, or even swimming trunks or a bathing suit. When you turn on your AC, if you receive hot air, you may need more refrigerant to be put into your car, which is now on. And if that doesn't do the trick, get it down to the car shop and have a car mechanic take a good look at it to make sure you'll be able to diagnose and treat the problem. The mechanic to take a look at what the problem is and be able to diagnose it and fix the problem. 2, check your tires' air pressure. During the winter, the conditions then have damage to your tires. So before you go on any long road trips this summer, make sure you inspect your tire pressure. And when checking your tire pressures, you want to look for signs that your tires are either underinflated or overinflated, because it does make a difference. Most passenger cars have a recommended tire pressure between 30 and 35 psi, pounds per square inch. When in doubt, reference your car's owner manual to learn the specifics on what your tire pressures can be. If you do not have an owner's manual, for whatever the reason, there are numerous gas companies, oil companies, gas stations that you can take it in and ask one of the people there how to take the proper PSI for your tires. I'm a woman and I've been doing it for years. So if I can do it, friends, you can do it too. Optimal tire pressure can prevent a flat tire or a tire blowout. I've had a tire blowout on you, and it does affect your driving, especially if you're driving 45 to 50 miles an hour on an expressway. Just make sure there's nobody around you, because you will swerve. Also, you need to make sure your tires are appropriately inflated, because it will maximize your gas mileage on those long car trips. And while you're at it, it's a good idea to check the air pressure of your spare tire to make sure it will serve in case you need to use it as an alternative for something that happens to your regular tires. 3. Top off engine fluids. Seasonal weather shifts can often lead to low engine fluids as they thin, or even evaporate in warm temperatures. When summer comes around, you want to top off your transmission fluid, power steering fluid, coolant, and windshield wiper fluid. Coolant fluid is important to check during the summer as its job is to keep your car's engine. Follow these steps to check your car's coolant level. Open the hood, locate the coolant reservoir, and undo the cap. Check the coolant level shown by indicator lines on the reservoir. If the indicator lines reveal that the coolant is too low, add the appropriate amount of coolant to the reservoir. Reattach the cap. If you're not comfortable doing it or any other fluid check, go to your nearest mechanic and they will help you out. 4. Get your oil and filter change. I get mine done once a year. I take it down to the gas station where the mechanic looks at it and he takes care of that plus inspecting my car. To me, it's a lifesaver. For you, I can't make the decision for you. I can only provide these tips to help you out. You need to do that, changing your oil and your filter, because it will increase the longevity of your vehicle. Oil lubricants keep your engine safe from wear and tear, and the oil filter helps remove contaminants from your car's engine oil. Changing your oil is simple. However, if this service is not done routinely, your car can develop costly oil problems like particle buildup that can wear down the vital parts of your engine. A good rule of thumb is to change your oil every 5,000 miles or follow your car's manufacturer's oil maintenance guidelines. 5. Test your brakes. I did, and I found that they were too soft. So I took them down to my gas station, and the mechanic looked at it, and he changed out my brakes. Oh, he said I could have waited, but then when it's really wet or windy, don't come to him if I have an accident. So I had them taken care of immediately. Especially when you come off from a harsh winter, it's important to monitor your car's brakes. You rely on your brakes every time you drive, especially if you have children. So it's a good idea to do regular brake tests, not only in the summer months, but year round. Other than the obvious red flags of poor stopping performance, you'll want to listen for squealing or growling sounds when testing your brakes. You also want to check for brake pulling or if your vehicle's pulled to one side when you press the brake pedal. If you notice any of these poor performance signs, it's time for an inspection and potentially a repair. 6. Replace windshield wipers. It's been suggested to me that I change them out every 2 years, not only for the front windshield, but also for the back windshield as well. This is an essential requirement when you're behind the wheel. In summer, dust and pollen particles, or even the sun's glare, can impair your ability to clearly see out of your windshield. Make sure to check your windshield wipers' effectiveness to remove anything that can minimize visibility. It's also a good idea to check or replace your windshield wipers at the end of each season. Also, make sure that pollen and other particles aren't covering your light beams. If your headlights seem dim or weak, immediately change them to ensure you're able to see clearly at night, in the rain, or any other conditions that may impact you from sight when you're sitting in the driver's seat. 7. Routinely clean or replace air filters. Your car's air filters have a very important role, especially during the summer. They keep pollutants from coming in through the vent, which is critical during warmer months or season with a high pollen count. Not to mention, using an old filter can lead to problems with your air conditioning system. Replacing your full AC unit can cost anywhere from $1,000 to $4,000. So routinely maintain your air filter's quality is both important and cost effective. It's best to change your air filter every 12 months or 12,000 miles, or according to your manufacturer's recommendations. 8. Clean your car. Keep both the exterior and interior of your car clean. It just doesn't make you feel better, it makes financial sense in the long run. Hot temperatures can melt plastic, food, or other rubbish left inside your car and can damage your car's interior, which requires maybe a costly repair. Additionally, keeping your the paint work from the sun's rays. 9. Rotate your tires. You can extend the longevity of your tires simply by rotating them regularly. That's because not all four tires on your vehicle will experience the same within out all your tires by allowing them to work in each position for your car. Expert recommends rotating your tires every 3,000 to 5,000 miles. 10. Park your car in the shade. On hot days, it's a good idea to park your car in the shade whenever you can. Parking your car in a shaded area not only keeps your car cool, but can keep your car cool and prolong its life. The sun's rays could damage the exterior and paint of your car, which could be costly to fix. Extreme heat could also heat up the interior of your car, like the steering wheel and leather seats, making it difficult to drive. Having window shades in your car is a good idea in case you're unable to park your car in the shade. These shades will block out UV heat, keep the interior of your car cool and from getting hot, and protect you from any other damaging effects of the sun. 11. Keep your engine cool. Every car has a cooling system with the job of removing heat from the engine to maintain proper temperatures. The cooling system is made up of coolant hoses, a thermostat, radiator, and a water pump. The temperature gauge designed to measure the coolant in the car will indicate if your engine's coolant is cold, normal, or overheating. If the temperature gauge goes beyond into the high levels, that can mean that your car, like you, is overheating. If this happens, pull over and wait for your engine to cool down. If this becomes a serious problem, it's best to contact your local mechanic right away to fix the problem. 12. Stay hydrated. Just like your car, you need to top yourself off with fluids to operate properly. Dehydration and heat exhaustion can impact your ability to drive. Summertime also brings on more road traffic, pedestrians, and bikers, so staying hydrated can keep you alert and to avoid an accident. When traveling or driving in high temperatures, make sure you and your passengers are properly hydrated. If possible, leave a few water bottles in a cool spot in your car so that you always have water nearby. And the other thing about taking the proper care and feeding of your car is to make sure you have summer activities for your kids while traveling. Make sure you always bring car wash coupons with you because it'll help you get a lower price in washing your car up from all the road dust. And you can also pick up postcards at any gas station along the way and some that tell them what you've been up to. It's a great time, the summertime. But if you don't take care of your car, it doesn't matter because you won't go anywhere fast. Taking care of your car is like taking care of some children or your parents or an elderly friend. In order for them to work properly, you have to make sure that you observe these tips to help them make the very best of their summer traveling. Monday's daily tips are brought to you by AI with Ruby. Check us out at aiwithlillian.com. It'll take you over to Ruby AI, which is an all-in-one app for artificial intelligence. It provides testimonials, gives you a short demonstration of what this app can do, and then sign up for a monthly subscription. Monday's tips also brought to you by Conscious Research Solutions. Go over to passionatworldtalkradio.com/research made simple blog. Read the tips as to what we can do to help you do better research. Sign up for a 15-minute free consultation. Either use Calendly at the bottom of the page or sign up on the form. Your name, your email, and what kind of research you're looking to get done or to have us, PWTRN, done for you. And don't forget, you want to keep us on the air and you want to receive these tips. Of course you do. So donate. passionatworldtalkradio.com/donate. Woman-run station to carry on indefinitely. It's a no-brainer. Thank you very much for listening and have a great week.